Hey Anthony, do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better.
What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about
Yeah, I
it?
do. Let's go, chump. Hold on a second. We don't need to fight.
We don't?
All you need to do is go to 86.com and choose from one of their many designs. Franchises range from Skullgirls to Street Fighter and even BlazBlue. And if you check out 86 through this Twitch channel, use 86.com /AFF equals 4 to let them know that Mission Star Podcast sent you. Alright, so that is Greg's reviews on both Gears 5 and Borderlands 3. But before we end the podcast, we have one person to see, one person to talk to. And that man is Alex, and he's going to give us a why you're wrong this week. And here it is.
So, this Why You're Wrong, it was originally going to be done last week. Greg didn't show up last week because he was too busy playing Gears 5, which apparently sucked balls, so we're doing it this week. This is all about esports, and not your normal pro esports. This is esports at a college level. This is the fact that we actually have colleges going out and issuing full ride scholarships to esport players. And a lot of you think this is probably a great idea, and I'm here to tell you you're a fucking idiot and you're wrong, and here's why. In theory, this sounds great. It is the general public and institutions of learning recognizing that video games are more than just a pastime or a hobby. This is something that you can actually go into and make money on. It's a business. It's also a professional sport in the lieu of, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and all those other games that actually have their own esports series. The reason why it's bad at a college level, specifically at a college level, is the fact that these colleges are shelling out lots of money for these scholarships with zero real return right now. There's absolutely no actual return on their investment, which is going to end up sinking esports at a college level right now. It needs to wait until there's actually a entire system designed around it. We have a couple of things like it was ESPN partnered with Blizzard to try and do this whole college esports thing for all the Blizzard games under one roof, but I have yet to hear about any prize money. There's no prize money going to these schools. There's nothing going to these schools. They're not making money off of them in any way, shape, or form. You might say, well, you know what? If you go to college level football, baseball, all that, there's no prize money for those tournaments. That's true, except they make money on the ticket sales. And they make money on the merchandising. There's a huge amount of money to be made at a college level for sports. There's absolutely no actual income being made on the esports level at a college level, and it's honestly going to hurt everything in the long term unless somebody can step up and actually presenting a way for these companies. Let's be honest, colleges are companies now. Anybody that disagrees, go fuck yourself. Totally different rant for another time. But there's nothing to allow these guys to actually make money off of these players, and they're going to very quickly realize that, and they're going to sink the entire product. So, in short, college esports scholarships, great in theory, terrible in practice. You don't agree, you're fucking wrong.
Let me ask you this. Do you think there's a time where it could become practical?
Yes, but until somebody actually steps up and puts in like an actual tournament circuit where there's actually money coming in some way, shape, or form, either through ticket sales, streaming rights, play rights on like ESPN, or like actual tournament cash prize, it's a terrible idea.
Well, okay, so in the NCAA, is it NCAA? Mm-hmm. Whatever, college sports.
Yes.
These colleges make money off of these colleges make money off of people buying like you would with the NFL or the NBA or whatever.
Merchandising, yeah.
Merchandising, yes, thank you. I was trying to think of the word. I was like, my brain. Wouldn't you argue that you could do the same thing within a college version of that?
In theory, yes, but in practice, no. There's not a big enough following for esports in general. While it is growing and we are seeing an explosive growth in it, consider the size of the fan base for most sports teams, like say Big Red, Lincoln, Nebraska, their football team. The fucking city runs on football. Like, that's it. They all live, breathe fucking college football. Texas, Longhorns. The entire fucking state of Texas goes in hard on the Longhorns. This is the type of following you need for there to be a good chance at actually making a profit of some kind and keeping those sports alive with scholarships attached. We're not seeing that in esports in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, you'll hear about like the esports players who make $1 million a year, but you have to remember those are esports players making that much money not on their contracts, but on all the extra shit on top of their contracts. So there's no company out there that's making just $1 million a year because they've got a team in esports. There's companies out there that are making $1 million or more a year because they won the big ass tournament at the end of the year and all of their sponsorship deals.
Yeah, we're a little too early to go to look at esports as more than just seeing people who are making millions of dollars or who have won tournaments that have won that amount. So I think in the future, if it grows more and more, as we've kind of been seeing for the past couple of years, the growth of esports, like if it continues path, then yeah, I can see it in the future. Right now, it's not now.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I could see it in the future 100%. And if esports in general continues to grow at the rate it's been growing, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, we could start to see that level of ability. I would put it more probably closer to 10 years out, but we could probably see it in 3 to 5 years if it grows fast enough and people are actually willing to pony up more money for like actual college level.
We would have to get to fucking North Korean status for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, essentially. It's
South Korea.
Yeah,
South Korea, not North.
I always do
North
that.
Is a dick. I don't know. One is literally to the north and one is literally to the south.
Well, I always forget which one is the bad one. That's my
gotcha.
North is bad. It's the opposite of the American Revolution.
Well, my brain always goes, it's the one that's not
Civil War, not Revolution. Wow. I'm tired.
Yeah, my brain always goes like, it's the one that's not landlocked or whatever, and then I just get confused. Whatever.
Neither one of them are landlocked.
What's that?
Neither one are landlocked.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. When I say landlocked, I'm talking about that North Korea is right in between two countries that are not communist. That's what I mean by landlocked. Like it's South Korea.
China?
What?
China. North Korea has a border with China.
China, yes.
China is a communist state. Well, it's a modified version, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely more in the.
It's leaning more towards capitalism, but it's still heavily communist in the fact that the government controls most of what goes on.
Right. I always find that funny. Anyway, moving on. The thing I was saying is that I didn't think about it from the aspect of, because when you mentioned this in the group chat, I was like, why wouldn't this be a good thing? Like, ultimately, this is getting more exposure towards the whole idea of esports becoming a more feasible idea for people, and this is getting more of an idea to the fucking boomers that
video games aren't a waste of time.
Right. But what I agree with all those points. I guess what I wasn't thinking was the fiscal aspect.
Yeah, it's literally no college. Okay, any of those big colleges that are giving out scholarships for stuff like this, they're all for profit. Not a single one of them is not a for profit. Let's be honest here.
Right. Well,
like Yale is not going to be a non-fucking profit. They're there to make some fucking money.
Yes.
So,
I
and
feel
those
like there's one that's not, but I'm probably thinking of a community.
they'll call themselves nonprofit, but look at the fucking cost to actually go to school there. Fuck them. That's a fucking load of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is, like, it's a great idea. It's a direction I do like them going, and I like that they are thinking about it. I just think it's premature. You're putting the fucking cart before the horse. You got to build the infrastructure before you jump in, and the infrastructure at that level doesn't exist yet. It all exists at a very high level of professional play, where you have people who are literally signed to contracts where this is their life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You're not wrong. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, this isn't a bad idea unless you can change my mind. You certainly did a good job of that. So,
Yeah. Like it's a great idea in theory. I just think in practice, it's not there yet. We need to wait, and and it will get there. I guarantee you, it's gonna get there. It's just gonna take some time.
yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong, and it's going to take time part.